What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Kpop Kimchi Podcast, your number one podcast for girl groups with the number one fanboys. I'm your host, Justin Turneau, with my co-host, the married man himself, Brian Limper. Welcome to the show, everyone.
Mr. Brian Limper.
Mr. Brian Limper. That's what happens when you get married. We said it last week.
We got some sushi today.
We did. Rotating sushi. It was
good.
Really good.
Yeah, it was a good day so far.
It was really good. I really was thinking, after a minute, you could just keep going on there. Once you let the food settle after you have a lot.
Oh, you could hammer so many.
Once you kind of get that second wind, you could just sit there forever and eat sushi.
Especially when they're coming to you in like, what, a plate of like maybe 2 to 4.
Yeah,
just,
yeah.
Real quick.
Oh my gosh.
Let some little almond cookies pass you by and then get back in the game.
Those are like, no one was really grabbing those, so it was really good.
It was really good.
I wish that didn't add up as much as it did because I'd like to go there more, but
kind of expensive.
It's not the best financial decision if you're like actually trying to eat.
Yeah, if you're trying to have like a real meal, it's not great.
Like, I guess if you just want to have a couple sushis, not bad, but it'll get you.
It'll definitely sneak up on you, that's for
sure. It will, it does. It was good though.
Let me tell you, the plate prices do not help in certain situations. But that's okay.
The color scheme was a little confusing.
Yeah, it was, honestly, because I'm like, why are all these
blue or navy or black?
Why do you have all these separate colored plates if they're all the same price?
Yeah, I know, it was a little weird.
It's kind of weird, but
it was good. Good Friday meal. We did it. Well, watched a lot of wrestling entrances from Wrestlemania.
Yeah, I was busy this last weekend, so we didn't get to watch Wrestlemania, but
yeah, we
thank God for YouTube.
We watched a lot of that. Looked like it went pretty well, I'd say. Pretty well. Some decisions I don't get, but that's wrestling.
Yeah, I guess we'll find out how that storyline plays out coming up here in a little bit.
Yeah.
In other news, I did listen to some K-pop songs the last couple days.
Heck yeah.
I did show Justin one that was really good the other day. Actually, we were just talking about them. That Takeover song by 82 Major was sick.
Really good.
Also,
awesome.
Swissy by Unis was also good.
That was really good, and it was like a really good video too. It was a really fun vid.
It definitely had those old school, like girly pop, fairy pop kind of vibes going on there. It was really fun.
Like practical old, like I don't know. It just kind of took me back a little bit. It was good though. It was good.
Another really, really, really good song came out a little bit ago, and I kind of just heard. Was it yesterday? Maybe 2 days ago. I don't really remember. Was the Pop Pop song by NCT Wish.
Yeah, that was cool.
That song was awesome.
That was cool.
Just another great song that has the word pop in it, like Feel the Pop by Zero Base One.
Feel the Pop.
Another really good song. I don't know if this is from like an album or a single or anything, but it was the Doo Doo song by Trinzy. That song was really good.
I didn't listen to that one yet, but I was excited to see they did something because they're cool.
Yeah, they were. Much more respect after seeing them live.
Yeah, I was just like, well, seeing them live, they were pretty awesome, so I hope that they do well. Trinzy.
Yeah, it was really good. Those are some songs that I just had that I listened to recently that were pretty good.
Yeah, those are cool. NCT really just comes out with good stuff. Like,
yeah, they
all
do.
the units and
they really
just come out with good stuff.
I know there's a lot of other songs that came out, and I don't really remember what they were off the top of my head. Actually, the song that we listened to a couple minutes ago was pretty good. It was that new song by Chew.
Yeah, you showed that to me that we watched the stage. That was very good.
It kind of has like a really nice like retro type of city pop vibe to it. So.
Yeah, it was like chill, but Chew does a good job. It was very solid.
I've not been a huge fan of a lot of her solo stuff, but she definitely comes back consistently with like decent songs people like, so that's good.
Honestly, she does a good job for her fans. She's very like consistently working idol, which sometimes that's half the battle.
Let me tell you, that is
sometimes that's half the battle. It's like consistently working.
That's definitely something that is important.
I don't know. I don't really have.
I guess in other news,
while
we're looking for songs, is we got some hints for the KCON lineup early this year. Not the second week or the week, 2 weeks before the tickets come out.
I was gonna say, if you've heard any of our shows from not that long ago, we wanted KCON stuff early, and we're getting KCON stuff
early.
Like finally, they're doing a good job. They released like a hint board of certain clues.
And I think the actual announcement's on Monday, right?
Yeah, the 28th, I think it said they're going to... I think it was first announcement, so they're going to do another one. But, yeah, people in our Discord were trying to figure out what's what, and I'm not going to lie, we talked about it. I'm not very good at that.
Well, yeah, I don't know if
I don't know what any of this is.
They're just, like, not good hints on purpose, Or maybe they're just like so specific and good I just can't figure them out. So I'm not that big of a fan of the groups. I don't know.
Yeah, like I just don't know, or like I don't know. Some of them have things that I feel like could apply to a lot of different people. The only one I'll say I feel like I was pretty confident in, because they actually released like a LA mood board thing that had teasers in it, which was kind of cool. It was like a Pinterest board, and then they did the thing we saw. I feel like NMIX is going to be there because there's a lot of whales.
Yeah,
so that's my only one I'm confident in, and then I'm pretty sure ZB1.
The guesses so far are Gravity, Zero Base One, IVE,
Whoa,
P1 Harmony, Young G, NMIX, JO1, Issue, Roy Kim, and Isna.
Honestly, I like it.
And I'm sure Kepler will be there.
I like it. Man, if IVE went, that'd be sick. I didn't even see that one.
But that's all I got going on here.
Yeah, the only one I feel like I was like, ooh, I was like NMIX because I saw the whale a bunch. So
which, a good majority we've already seen.
Yeah.
Multiple times.
There are KCON veterans out there.
So that's pretty cool. So hopefully we'll be able to tell you next week what the actual first lineups are going to be.
Yeah.
Which also, I mean, is fun, but at the same time, if like you guess what they are in the thing, it's kind of like not that surprising. So it's like, oh, well.
Yeah, we'll find out that, and then whenever they do another one. But it's nice that they're actually doing it. I mean, I think they said it like 2 days ago or yesterday. It was like 100 days out. So that's nice.
Yeah.
That's literally what we wanted. So we actually could see if we want to do this or not.
See, I don't know. They give out the hint things or whatever to make people guess, I guess build up the hype.
Yeah.
I'd much rather them just come out of nowhere and be like, boom, 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 boom. 10 people coming. Just like post them. Like, holy shit, I didn't even know they were posting them.
I would love that. I think we've talked about it before many times. I'm not a big preview guy. I'm not a big teaser guy. I would love if they just came out and was like, boom, here's the people. And we had like no idea.
Yeah, I know. Like,
or like,
KCON was announcing lineups.
Or like literally like one post, it was like, we're announcing in like 2 minutes. Or just some like really
like. We watched the ones where they announced like the water bomb people. We didn't know they were doing them.
Yeah.
It's like, boom.
Boom.
Fromstein water bomb. I was like, oh, shit.
Yeah, that would be. And it, like, I guess they're just trying to, I don't know. I just want to see what it is.
Get people interested or.
Like just people talking about it and stuff. But yeah, because obviously your guess, right or wrong, isn't changing anything at that point because they do actually have someone. Like if I'm guessing NMIX for the whale and it turns out to be someone else, that's who it was going to be the whole time. They're not like, oh shoot, this guy wants NMIX. Like,
yeah, I know.
This guy wants Pierce the Veil. They're definitely going to, But yeah, I would love it if they just came out with like one post. It was like first lineup, boom. Like, people would freak out.
That's way more exciting because, like I said, I mean, I get it. It's still exciting for people who want to see it, but it's like, okay, here's your hints, and then they drop the artists into all the people everybody guessed. It's like, oh, well, I knew that already.
You're like, oh, well, that's cool. Like, just a surprise, even if it was people that have been there before, which like it's a given. There's going to be people that were there before.
We've legit seen the same people every KCON we've been to multiple times.
It would still be exciting if it was just like boom. You're like, okay. So we will get that first announcement next week. I'm just glad it's earlier. It's still up in the air. No guarantees, yes or no, what we're going to do, but it's good to see what's going on. We'll see what they announce.
Did you find any songs that you listened to?
I didn't really have I don't have a good not what you came for this week. I don't know. I was gonna just suggest go listen to wrestling themes because that's kind of what we were doing today.
Oh yeah, do it.
I did go listen to different wrestling themes. Cody Rhodes always gets stuck in my head. Ultimate Dad Rock song.
It really does. It's very catchy. Whoever wrote that form is very catchy.
Oh my gosh. Just go check out wrestling themes. I don't know. There's good ones, bad ones, but that's like any music. So,
I guess my now what you came for this week's gonna be this artist. It's like a band, but it's like one guy called Slow Joy.
Ooh,
and it's like kind of old schoolish, emo-y music. Mm-hmm. And he just had like a little EP that came out yesterday, but I've listened to it. It's been 3 songs.
That sounds cool.
And it's called Here For You. It's very good. If you're into that kind of music.
Yeah.
And the songs on it are called Wound, Here For You, and Gruesome.
Sounds right.
7 minutes, 3 songs.
I'll have to check it out. Sounds good.
But it is very good if you kind of like that. I don't know how to explain it. It's like old school, like emo-y stuff. Like, I guess like balance and composure or like...
Yeah.
I don't know. You just gotta listen to the clip I put in the thing. But it's really good. It's fun. He makes good music. He doesn't have a lot of it because he only releases like singles.
Yeah.
And then like put him on like, oh, this is my EP. It's like 5 songs.
Yeah, that's what they do.
And he disappears for like a couple years and goes on tour.
That's pretty sick.
But no, it's good stuff. So listen to the clip I put in here.
Yeah, I'll have to check that out. Sounds good. Hey, 7 minutes. I can listen to that like multiple times on the way home.
You can.
7 minutes, not bad.
I will say too, since I guess I'm just recommending his EP and like kind of him as like a person.
Yeah.
The one that got me into it was a song I heard on a clip of something, and it was EP/singles from 2023, and the song's called Pressure.
Okay.
That's the name of the single too, Pressure.
Okay.
2 songs, 6 minutes.
Wow. Wait. So the three-song EP was 7 minutes?
Yep.
Interesting.
Yeah. Like
One of those must have ran a little longer.
Bunch of like little EPs
wow, there's a
and
lot.
singles he puts out.
Holy crap.
But yeah, you guys should go check him out. He's pretty cool. Show him some love. He has like 213 monthly listeners or 213,000. Sorry, monthly listeners.
A little different.
They sneak in on you.
I was like, wow, that guy really is like
on
indie.
Spotify, which I mean in the long run of Spotify, that's not that many listeners.
True.
Yeah,
It's like the one promoter page like, go listen to this group. They have one listener.
Oh yeah.
Their parents don't even listen to them.
Yeah, it's funny. Their parents said no, thank you. But with that being said, it's time to get into our super fun episode I told you guys about last week.
Oh yeah.
So my hint I gave Justin last week is it's something we've never done before, but we have done it too, so it could be anything.
Could be literally anything.
What do you think it's gonna be? That's a real question. What does he think it's gonna be?
I'm gonna say a deep dive into a group.
No, but we will have to do one of those again. We haven't done it in a while.
That's why I was like, kind of haven't done that, but that's okay.
But
oh baby,
hint: March Madness is over, but the brackets aren't stopping.
Oh, a new one.
Because we got a new bracket, and this time it's one we've never done before. Because we usually do like best girl groups or whatever for girl group March Madness, but this time we're doing what was the best year in K-pop.
Wow, I like it.
So, as you can see, you guys can't see it. I have this bracket breakdown of the 18 teams we have here.
Mm-hmm.
You may be asking yourself, how did these get ranked? Why are in this position? I went on Reddit a while ago and asked everybody, what was your favorite year of K-pop?
Yeah.
And whatever year got the most votes, down to the least amount of votes, is how they got their rankings. Right?
I like it. That's only fair.
So, I will say the 2 ones that were ranked as the top ones definitely would be ones that I would agree are top years in K-pop. So, I mean, they're not far off. I guess we all just kind of agree.
Sure.
So, in order to make this happen, since obviously you need some more background information to this because there's a lot of years on here.
Yeah.
I've compiled a list of each year, the groups that debuted that year, not all of them, but some of the notable ones.
Right.
And 3 of the top songs from that year, and we can determine based off that what year we think would be the best one.
I love it.
I'm going to try to post this up on Instagram and see if people will vote on it and stuff.
Yeah.
But also it's kind of hard to post something about it and just put what year is better without any background information about it.
Right.
So maybe we'll just vote and we'll see what happens. I don't know.
That's a good bracket.
But
good bracket.
There's 18 years here. It's a lot of years.
That's a lot of
years. It's longer
years.
than some of you have been alive that are listening to this right now.
That's a good point too. Jeez.
So the lowest seeded ones are going to be obviously the first round ones because the first round kind of play-in games, then go into the actual bracket, right?
Yeah.
So, up first, we have 2023 versus 2006.
Okay.
So, if you're listening at home, you can play along with us at home, huh? So, 2023 groups that debuted: Triple S, Zero Base One, Boy Next Door, Kiss of Life, and Rise. The top songs. Also, some of these actually I looked up lists, what were the top songs of the year.
Right.
And some of them were popular, but they're solo people we wouldn't know, so put ones that we would actually connect with, right?
Right.
So the top songs from 2023 were Super Shy by New Jeans, Queen Card by Idol, and Girls Capitalism by Triple S Lovelution. So that's 2023.
Mm-hmm.
And they're going up against 2006. I will say some of these older ones are going to kind of get eliminated, even though it's some legendary groups, because a lot of this stuff I don't know.
Right.
Because groups that debuted in 2006 were Big Bang and Brown Eyed Girls.
Ooh.
And the top songs were On the Street by Sung Shi Kyung, That Man, That Woman by Vibe, and Black Glasses by ERU.
Okay. Who could forget?
I mean, my vote's for 2023.
Well,
2023 was legendary.
Like you said, we're living through that, and just some of those things you named are amazing. So...
Yeah, 2023.
That's also the first KCON year, so yeah, I got to go 2023. That's
all right.
A solid year.
So next playing game we have 2014 versus 2007.
Okay.
So 2014, the groups that's first off, I keep saying that, but first off, when you read through some of these, there were some freaking juggernaut years that just coming up in like the way it's like seeded against some other just like powerhouses. And you're just like, holy crap. Yeah. Like it comes down to like a coin flip, right?
Sure.
So in 2014, groups that debuted were Red Velvet, GOT7, Mamamoo, Winner, and Lovelies. And some of the top songs were Good Luck by Beast, Seokyeongdong by So Taiji and IU, and Good Boy by GD and Taeyong. Woo! And then 2007 debuts were Girls' Generation, Wonder Girls, Kara, and FT Island. And some of the top songs were Into the New World by Girls' Generation, Tell Me by Wonder Girls, and Lies by Big Bang.
I mean,
ooh. I mean, both those are pretty good years.
Those are both really good. But I feel like I realistically have to go with 07.
07 is pretty good. I mean, you got Girls' Generation. I mean, I feel like Wonder Girls, Kara, and there's other groups that debuted, but FT Island was a more notable one.
Yeah.
But you also got like Into the New World. It's weird because on some of these,
like I would pick the other one, but I feel like I have to go with 07 just because
that's like an iconic year for just people who like the people in 14 like looked up to 2000.
Exactly. Yeah.
But then there's ones like you'll see that it's like the groups that debuted. You're like, damn, there's a lot of groups that debuted. But when it comes to the songs, you're like the other years, like, damn, these guys like crushed them.
Right.
So I guess it depends on who you hold higher in.
Yeah.
But also, Into the New World came out, and everybody loves that song. That, like, sparked all these people's interest in being idols.
I was just going to say, it's so crazy because of how much we, like, kind of despise that song of all the times we've heard it, but that's, like, the reason I'm like, it has to win.
Whenever that song comes on a random playlist, like, Alan, like, sings it, she, like, loves that song.
Of course. We got to vote for that then.
Alright, so 2007.
Yeah, I mean, Girls' Generation is, like, the girl group, so...
Alright, so now we're getting into the real good stuff. So we already talked about 2023... So now we have a real matchup of our number one team versus, well, I guess the last seed. Mm-hmm. So 2016, groups that debuted: Blackpink, NCT 127, WJSN, IOI, Gugudan, Card, and Pentagon. And the top songs were TT by Twice, Very 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 by IOI, and Blood, Sweat, and Tears by BTS. Keep in mind, that's not all the good songs. That's just like the top 3 songs. So I was looking through some of these playlists. Holy crap, there was a lot of good songs.
Yeah.
And like I said, 2023, you have Triple S, Zero Base One, Boy Next Door, Kiss of Life, and Rise.
Yeah.
And then Super Shy by New Jeans, Queen Card by Idol, and Girls Capitalism by Triple S.
It's crazy, like, it's really difficult because of who I really love in 2023. But, like, when I think of, like, the good K-pop times... It's like that 2016, like, I guess like the third gen to me is like the best generation of K-pop that we had, and like we like lived through it, I guess. So I have to pick that.
Like, I was gonna pick 2016.
Like 2016, like TT, like real legit, like big time K-pop bangers. That's like 2016. Like, I'll forever love the 2023, but I don't know, because that was like kind of when we were getting into it too, and. It was just, yeah.
So when I was reading through these, the one that I first picked out before I even picked any of them is like 2016 is probably the best one.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That might win.
Then there's one that was like going through as I was adding up the rest of these, and there's one year that I think might upset them since we're the ones picking. But we'll get to that whenever we cross that bridge. We'll see how far they go.
Right.
So next up we have 2010 versus 2012.
Okay.
So 2010. Groups that debuted: Nine Muses, Girls' Day, Infinite, Miss A, and Sistar. Top songs: G by Girls' Generation, Bad Girl, Good Girl by Miss A, and Lucifer by Shiny. Verse 2012, which had EXO, AOA, B2B, EXID, and Newest. Just a big year for acronym names.
No joke.
Top songs were The Chaser by Infinite, Gangnam Style by Psy, and Alone by Sistar.
I mean, I know my pick.
Yeah, we gotta go 2012.
I gotta go 2012. The freaking Infinite Chaser's the best.
Dude, and freaking...
It's like one of my favorite boy group songs ever.
Gangnam Style?
Yeah. Really, the first K-pop song I ever heard, way back when, was Gangnam Style.
Alright. Next round, we got 2020. Groups that debuted: Inhypen, Stacy, aespa, Niziu, putting Craxy for Brett. I know you're listening to this, Brett. P1 Harmony, Weekly, Woo-Wah, and Secret Number. Top songs were La Di Da by Everglow, Black Swan by BTS, and Criminal by Taemin. Verse 2013, which had groups that debuted were BTS, In-Flying, and Sunmi. Top song, first off, groups that debuted in our world, not super crazy. Top songs, though, were Growl by EXO, I Got a Boy by Girls' Generation, and Hush by Miss A.
Dang it.
It comes down to like a thing. It's like, what do you think was more influential for a year? The groups that came out or the songs that came out?
That sucks because 2020 is actually one of my favorite years.
2020 was a crazy year.
I really liked it.
That was also a COVID year. So that's when you had a lot more time to pay attention to this stuff.
Yeah. That was also like Soaring, I'm pretty sure. So big year for me. I don't know. You can pick that one because I feel like 2013. It's just crazy.
But also BTS debuted.
Yeah, and that's what I'm like. The impact.
And they had Growl, I Got a Boy, and Hush.
And it's like, I Got a Boy is also like a million people's like, well, that's how I found K-pop. So.
And Hush is like the sickest cover stage all time.
Sorry, Secret Number. We got to go 2013.
It's a tough pick, dude.
Yeah, I mean, you got to.
Is it bad? It's hard to pick these than it was to pick like the girl groups.
I know. Yeah, if you're just like Girls' Generation or BTS, you're doing pretty well.
Well, it's kind of crazy because you think about it. And when you think, like, you ask people, like, what was your favorite group? Or they'll be like, what was your favorite song that got you into K-pop? And then they'll be like, they'll be like, Girls' Generation. Like, okay, Girls' Generation is a big group. But it's always like one specific song by Girls' Generation.
Yeah.
So you could have a group that did nothing at all, but had like one very popular song that got people into K-pop. And then it'd be like, no offense, like Momoland.
Yeah.
You'd be like, oh, like Boom got me into K-pop, you know?
Right.
But if you put them in this, it's like, oh, it's a group that debuted. Like, okay, well, Momoland debuted. But then you got to think, well, Boom was like so influential that I got a lot of people into it.
Yeah.
So like, what's more important, the group or the songs?
Right.
That's when it comes down to personal preference, I guess.
Yeah.
So next matchup, we have 2019, which has...
Also good. Oh, man.
Dude, 2019 is crazy.
Man, 2019 was good.
Groups that debuted, TXT, ITZY, Wavy, Everglow, BB, Cherry Bullet, Oneness, Rocket Punch, and Super M. Top songs were Obsession by EXO, Ung by A-Pink,
yes,
and Fancy by Twice.
Literally, arguably the greatest K-pop song of all time.
And here comes, this is the craziest matchup ever. This one's all that.
Oh no, not
2015 that
Dang
debuted.
It, not 2015.
Dude, groups that debuted. Twice, 17, Oh My Girl, G-Friend, Monster X, Icon, CLC, Day 6, DIA, and Taeyeon as a soloist. And the songs that came out, top songs, Loser by Big Bang, I by Taeyeon, and Crazy by 4 Minute.
Which is like one of the most influential personal songs of getting into K-pop.
That's like a freaking...
Man, I literally do not know.
That's like a freaking juggernaut
I literally
matchup
do
right
not
there.
know which one I'd pick. I do not know. Wow, that is a really tough matchup.
Oh, man.
I almost just want to pick 2015 because of Dream Concert 2015. I don't know. That's hard.
I mean,
also, third generation K-pop is just the best.
I'd have to probably go 2015 too.
I think I'm gonna just go with 2015
because not only do a lot of groups I love,
freaking Big Bang and
because like that whole song versus group thing. I'm like, oh well, Fancy came out in 2019, but also Twice debuted in 2015.
Yeah, let's give it to them.
And Big Bang had Loser.
Fancy.
That was like the hype of like Big Bang time.
Like
it was
like
super
made
popular.
Big Bang. Fancy is like if you have the argument for greatest K-pop song of all time, I'd be like, okay, I'm listening.
And Taeyeon had her solo debut.
Yeah.
2015.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 2015.
I'd just like everyone to know right now, so far, out of all of our matchups, no group from 2020 has made it into the next round.
Yeah.
All right.
We are going downhill.
Here we go to the other side of the bracket. 2018. This is a freaking juggernaut.
Yeah, this might be my favorite year.
Groups that debuted: AT, Stray Kids, Luna, Promise 9, Idol, and Eyes One. Top songs: Bad Boy by Red Velvet, Shine by Pentagon, and Fake Love by BTS.
This is like my shit right here. This is.
And then, like I said earlier, 2007, SNSD debuted, Wonder Girls, Kara, FT Island, and Into the New World came out. Tell Me by Wonder Girls and Lies by Big Bang.
I don't care. 2018 is like maybe my favorite year ever.
Yeah, I think
I'm
I got
2018.
I know we're just hyped up 2007 and
all that. Throw out the window because 2018 was so sick. Oh man.
And for anyone who wants to...
First time we ever saw a show was in 2018.
As anyone who wants to know, 2018 was actually the number 2 voted year after 2016.
It was so good. It's like the greatest year ever.
So next we got 2009. Also a monster year here.
Yeah.
Groups that debuted: 21, Tiara, G-Dragon's Soloist, FX, 4 Minute, Sia and Blue, After School, and Secret. Top songs were G by Girls' Generation, Sorry Sorry by Super Junior.
Whoa.
And Abracadabra by Brown Eyed Girls.
Yeah.
Versus a personal favorite of mine, very close to me, 2021.
Okay.
Groups that debuted: IVE, Extraordinary Heroes, Billy, I Chillin', Lightsome, Pixie, Purple Kiss, and Tribe.
Wow, goodness gracious.
Top songs are Butter by BTS, Savage by aespa, and 11 by IVE.
That's insane that, like, Butter and stuff is, like, that old now.
Yeah, I know, right?
Man,
I remember 11 came out and they won every single show award for like 4 months straight.
I just remember, like, back then, too, I was, like, the confused Mr. Krabs because, like, IVE is out, and I'm like, who are all these new people with the people from, like, Produce 48 and Eyes One? Like, I'm so confused. It's moving so fast. And, like, that was years ago now.
I mean, I gotta go 2021.
Yeah, I'm down with
2009 is probably more important to people, but for me,
2021 was awesome. That was like changing of the guard.
Literally all my favorite groups are in 2021.
Yeah, that was like really starting to get into the new generation.
Next up, we got some oldies where I come from. We got 2011. Groups that debuted: Brave Girls, A-Pink, Block B, B1A4, and Zion T.
Okay.
Top songs: The Boys by Girls' Generation, I Am the Best by 21, and Roly Poly by Tiara.
Legendary song.
Verse 2008. Groups that debuted: IU, 2PM, Shiny, Taeyoung, and U-Kiss. Top songs: Neurotic by TVXQ, which I've somehow heard a million times.
Goodness gracious.
Hot by Wonder Girls, and Replay by Shiny.
Great song. I don't know. There's some pretty legendary ones on both sides there.
I know. I'd probably go 2011.
Yeah, I will too, just because Neurotic, I've heard it too many times.
So next up, we have another really good matchup here.
Yep.
In the 1 year that I thought might be a good contender for the number 1 year.
Yeah.
That I was actually surprised by until I made the list. So 2017 had the groups that debuted were The Boys, Dreamcatcher, ONF, Golden Child, Priston, Wacky Mecky, 101, and The Rose. Top songs were Red Flavor by Red Velvet, Gosh You Know by Sunmi, and Wee Woo by Priston.
Yeah.
And then my dark horse candidate for maybe second or third best year in my opinion, 2022.
Yeah.
With groups that debuted were LE SSERAFIM, New Jeans, XG, Kepler, Inmix, 50/50, TNX, Trinzy, and Vives. Top songs were That by Psy,
Yes.
Hype Boy by New Jeans, and Hot by 17.
Those are some bangers. I definitely think I like the groups that debuted in 2022 more than 2017. I mean, 2017 is the year we really got into it.
Gosh, I wish I had the playlist of all the songs that came out in 2022 because there were so many freaking.
I'd probably go with 2022 just because I think I like those people more.
Same.
Even though, like, I like the era of 2017 more.
Sometimes it just comes down to the teams you got to play with, you know?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, that gives us our Elite 8 here.
Yeah.
So now we got 2016, the number 1 seed, versus 2012. I think I still got to pick 2016.
I'm doing 2016, for sure.
Because that's when that Blackpink, NCT 127,
Just
WJSN,
crazy.
IOI, Goo Goo Dolls, Card, and Pentagon.
Crazy.
It is kind of crazy seeing these, and you're like, there's a lot of groups that came out in all these years, but then you just realize some just like juggernaut draft classes.
Right.
And you're like, holy crap.
Right.
Like, all this came out in like 1 year.
Yeah.
Next up, we have 2013 versus 2015. I think 2015's got to be better than 2013.
Yeah. I'm down with that.
Because, I mean, come on. We had Twice, 17, Oh My Girl, G-Friend,
Yeah.
Monster X, Icon, CLC, Day 6, DIA, and Taeyeon.
Yeah.
That's a freaking great year. Sunmi and Inflying just really couldn't be those wingmen for BTS. Just get them to the next round. Next, we have 2018 versus 2021. Now that's a freaking...
That one's tough.
Yeah, so we got AT, Stray Kids, Luda, Promise 9, Idol, Eyes One.
Gosh dang it.
Versus IVE, Extraordinary Heroes, Billy, iChillin', Lightsome, Pixie, Purple Kiss, and Tribe.
I'd go 18.
You know, I love 2021, but I think 18 is definitely...
18 might be like my number 1.
I will say, too, if you look at the groups in 18 compared to the groups in 2021, 2021 has a lot of new groups that I love.
Yeah.
2018 has a lot of, like, really, like, powerhouse, long-lasting groups. Because, I mean, if IZ*ONE never disbanded, you would have a lot of groups now, but they'd still be extremely popular.
Oh, yeah.
If not the most popular girl group in the world.
I think the argument definitely is to be had. I mean, I don't see why they wouldn't.
And then we have 2011 versus 2022, but I think 2022 is
I'd go 2022.
Now we've come down to the Final Four.
Yeah.
This is the real thinking caps. You have to phone a friend and bring in a third person here.
Yeah, I know.
Because we got 2016 versus 2015.
Oh.
That is... I don't even know.
You can kind of see where our favorite era of K-pop is with 2015, 16, 18. Like, I don't know either. What was it? What was the ones again?
So 2016, a little recap for everybody.
Yeah, I was like, who debuted when?
Groups that debuted: Blackpink, NCT 127, WJSN, IOI, Goo Goo Dolls, Card, and Pentagon. They had TT by Twice, Very 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 by IOI, and Blood, Sweat, and Tears by BTS.
Yeah.
2015, Twice, 17, Oh My Girl, G-Friend, Monsta X, Icon, CLC,
Man.
Day 6, DIA, and Taeyeon. And they had Loser by Big Bang off the Made album, I by Taeyeon, and then Crazy by 4 Minute.
I think I go 2015.
I
don't know. It's so close, but just because Crazy was there too.
Personally, I gotta go 2015.
I think I'm gonna go 2015.
Like, listen to that lineup of groups.
Because Made was so good, and then Crazy is like one of the main songs that got me into K-pop.
It's also important to remember, like I said, these are not all the songs. That there's like
way
3.
more.
If you like looked up the whole playlist,
Yeah.
you'd be like mind blown how many good songs came out. Isn't that right, Mr. Train?
Right on time.
So for our last Final Four matchup of 2018,
Yeah.
AT, Stray Kids, Luna, Promise 9, Idol, and IZ*ONE. Top songs: Red Velvet's Bad Boy, Shine by Pentagon, Fake Love by BTS. Then 2022, you had LE SSERAFIM, New Jeans, XG, Kepler, Inmix, 50/50, TNX, Trinzy and Vives, That by Psy, Hype Boy by New Jeans, and Hot by 17.
That's like amazing, but there's no way I'm putting that above 2018.
Yeah, 2018.
2018, there's no way I'm putting those. Like, 2022 is crazy, but 2018 is just, to me, it's just better.
So here's what we're going to do for our championship matchup here, which I mean is honestly what I expected it to be.
Yeah.
I'm going to go look up the original playlist for each of these years and go down a list of the songs.
Yeah.
So our championship matchup we have right now is 2015 versus 2018.
Yeah.
Pause, give me a second. I got to re-download this.
You're good. Pause. What is that?
All right, so fun fact of the day, we are who we thought we were because those are the top 4 seeds in the actual thing.
Hey!
So, yeah, 16 was number 1, 18 was 2, 15 was 3, and 2022 was 4.
No secret there, so.
All right, so this is the real rundown of the top songs from 2015 so we can get a real idea of what was going on here, right?
Yeah.
2015, View by Shiny, Bang 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 by Big Bang, I by Taeyeon, Call Me Baby by EXO, Dope by BTS, Loser by Big Bang, Four Walls by FX. I'm just trying to see some other crazy ones. Ice Cream Cake by Red Velvet.
Oh, yes.
Who's Your Mama by JYP featuring Jessie.
And I think it wraps it up right there.
Devil by Super Junior, Momai by J Park, Hurt Locker by Nine Muses, Dum Dum by Red Velvet. There's also a bunch of other ones on here, but
those are really good.
Party by Girls' Generation, Heart Attack by AOA, Shake It by Sistar,
Man.
Aw Yeah by EXID. It's pretty good.
That's like all Hall of Famers, honestly. That's such a good draft class.
Versus this is what might really just. I feel like once we start reading these, it's going to decide once and for all if 18 is better than 15.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be honest with you right now. Reading the first couple songs in here, sorry 15, I think 18 is better. We got Fake Love by BTS, Duty Duty by Blackpink, Regular by NCT 127, Bad Boy by Red Velvet, Yes or Yes by Twice, Love Scenario by Icon, Love and Rose by Eyes One, EXO, Tempo, Boomerang by 101, Boom Boom by Momoland,
Yeah.
Lots of Ta by Idol, Every Day by Winner, Pop Stars by KDA, Siren by Sunmi, Baby Don't Stop by NCTU,
Yeah, there you go.
Shine by Pentagon, Roller Coaster by Chungha, Solo by Jennie, I Love You by EXID,
Oh, freaking banger.
BBB by IU, Flower Road by Big Bang,
Yeah. I remember
Something New by Taeyeon, great song. It's kind of crazy. Reading these right now, I did not realize these were this old.
I know, I'm like, dang. That's
Favorite by Luna.
incredible.
The Nail in the Coffin right here for 2015. Beautiful Pain by B2B.
Yeah. That's what we're waiting for. Sorry, Joe.
Not That Tight by Goo Goo Dolls.
Bestest Bama song of all time.
Bingle Bangle by AOA.
I watched that fan cam today. I saw you. Not kidding. I watched it
Dude,
today.
I'm So Sick by A-Pink. Love Bomb by Promise 9.
Okay, Love Bomb
by April.
Yeah, it's over, folks.
What Is Love by Twice.
Also, arguably the best Kpop song ever.
High
It's
High
over.
by Luna.
Yeah, it's over.
Pirate King by ATEEZ. We Go Up by NCT Dream. Fiancé by Minho.
Oh man,
Forever Young by Blackpink.
that song is so good too.
Boss by NCTU. Bam by Momoland. Power Up by Red Velvet. Dance the Night Away by Twice.
That was when Twice was on like such a heater. It was just like unstoppable.
Killing Me by Icon. Lady by EXID. Heroin by Sunmi.
Love that song.
Shootout by Monsta X. Pick Me by Produce 48. Get It by Priston V.
Banger.
I mean,
Yeah, I gotta go 18.
Black Dress by CLC. Wild Thing by Solgi.
Yeah, Wild Thing is like the greatest unit of all time.
I mean,
Gosh, that's so sick.
I thought 2015 had a chance, but once I started reading the songs came out, 2018 definitely is the winner.
2018 is literally just like that's like home right there. That's like really diving in, getting into it. Honestly, I remember too, just like Love Scenario being like the most beautiful song I've ever heard in my life.
It's like the most popular song in Korea.
Love
dude.
Scenario was so crazy and so big. That and then Shine too. Like them two songs were just like legendary, amazing, beautiful. Along with pretty much every other song you just listed was like awesome.
And for those of you who are wondering,
I picked 2018.
I picked 2018 too.
Yeah.
The number one seed, like I said, was 2016. They got 12 overall votes. There's a bunch of votes that got had here.
Sure.
And number 2 was 2018 with 11 votes. So it was pretty close to being the top one overall.
Yeah.
There was, when I was asking the people, they'd have like a whole thing where they voted, and it was like a complete thing where it's like, oh, I feel like this decade was the best. And this like,
Well, that's kind of
the whole 2010.
It's kind of broad because K-pop's not that old.
So whenever I put them in the thing like that, I'd be like, okay, well, if you're saying the whole one, I'd put like 1 mark for each.
Yeah, yeah.
Or they'd be like, oh, 2016 through like 2020.
Yeah.
So.
Which honestly, I'd totally agree. 2016, 2020 would be the best. Or like, I don't know. To me, the third gen is just the best. Like, I think it always will be. Fourth is really good too, but I don't know. Third gen's when we got into it, so maybe that's why I like it so much. I just feel like it was a nice mix of like the legendary older people who like created what third gen was, and then third gen blasted K-pop off to what it kind of is now or what it became. So yeah, I gotta go 2018.
My gosh, 2018 had a lot of
Bad Boy's freaking the GOAT. So it's like, yeah, and yeah, I just remember Love Scenario just being like the most beautiful thing I've ever heard in my life.
Let's see, hold on. So let's look at the playlist for 2016 real fast. Just because, why not? They came in a
that time was so good
/4th. Although, if I would have picked off my top of my head, I probably would have picked 2016 as the best one. But also 2015.
I probably would have picked something between 2016, 2019, or 2020. Like
I said, which
is broad.
One dark horse one that I was reading through and I was looking at the songs. I was like, damn, this was like a friggin' sick year. Was 2022.
Yeah.
So let's see. We'll go through these real fast since we're here. 2016 had TT by Twice, Monster by EXO, Blood, Sweat, and Tears by BTS, Pick Me by Produce 101, Whistle by Blackpink, Fucks It by Big Bang. Russian Roulette by Red Velvet. Maybe that was it.
Those are literally all top 10 out of 10 songs.
So. Lie by EXID. Good Luck AOA. Very, very, very by IOI. Maybe this year wasn't as good as I remember it being.
There's that's good songs though.
But I mean, 2018 just had fucking
Yeah.
heaters. All right, let's see. What was the last Final Four in 2022, right?
Yeah.
Dude, 2022, I know that one.
With freaking Le Sserafim and Eugene.
So, Love Dive by Ive, Wada Da Kepler,
Ooh.
Afterlife by Ive, Oh by Inmix, Step Back by Got the Beat,
Ooh.
Feel My Rhythm by Red Velvet, Fearless by Le Sserafim, Hype Boy by New Jeans, That by Psy, Illusion by aespa, Girls by aespa, Anti-Fragile by Le Sserafim, Attention by New Jeans, Tomboy by Idol, Forever One by Girls' Generation, Pink Venom by Blackpink, Run to You by Stacy, Smiley by Yenna, Maniac by Stray Kids, Cookie by New Jeans, Still Life by Big Bang, Up by Kepler, Shut Down by Blackpink, Glitch Mode by NCT Dream, Dice by Inmix, Ginga Minga Yo by Billy,
Ooh.
Hurt by
Hold on.
New Jeans,
Hold on, folks.
Zoom by Jesse, Beatbox by NCT Dream, Nude by Idol, Ditto by New Jeans, Hot by 17, Blue Flame by Le Sserafim, and Mask by Kepler.
Okay, that is like a phenomenal year.
I said that's like my dark horse.
Yeah,
I'm like, this
that
is
one's
a really
like
good
low-key
year.
the best. That one's so good. Holy
This is like
crap.
looking back on what did we miss out on.
That's stuff where I'm just like, wow, I can't believe that was 2022. Like, it doesn't seem that long ago.
Also, just because this is fun, freaking here we go. The other one that was like also seemed like a very, very good choice but didn't make it that far is 2021.
Yeah.
Had Butter by BTS, The Feels by Twice, Savage by aespa, In the Morning by ITZY, Alcohol Free by Twice, Money by Lisa, 11 by Ive, Queendom by Red Velvet, Celebrity by IU, Hot Sauce by NCT Dream, On the Ground by Rose, ASAP by Stacy, Dum Dum by Somi, After School by Weekly, Stereotype by Stacy, Fever by Enhypen, 0x1 equals Love Song by TXT,
Ooh.
Scientist by Twice, Drunk Days and Hypen, Loco by ITZY, La Lisa by Lisa, Don't Fight the Feeling by EXO, Rollin' by Brave Girls, apparently, when they came back.
Wait, what?
Over and Over by Girls Planet 999.
Oh my gosh.
Loser Lover by TXT, Anti-Romantic by TXT.
Love those songs.
Dun Dun Dance by Oh My Girl.
Incredible.
Snake by the Medusa Stage.
Oh. That would have been my favorite group of all time if we could just debut all
And
them.
Favorite by NCT 127.
Yeah.
In Tail by Sunmi, the greatest cover dance of all time by...
Chain and Doshi.
Yes.
Man, that's a great year too. That's a great year.
I don't know, like I said, I think 2018 definitely deserved to win. 2022 is the super dark horse where I was like, oh my gosh.
There's a lot of good stuff there. I just can't believe it was that long ago. Like, I remember watching the Hot Sauce stages. Like, oh yeah, that's crazy. They're like, this song's sick. And they had like the wild, like, Western setup, you know?
I guess we'd be doing a disservice to the 2016 through 18 debate if we didn't cover what was in 2017. Because 2017 is freaking a monster.
That's when it all started.
Energetic by 101.
Yeah.
DNA by BTS. Coco Bop by EXO. As If It's Your Last by Blackpink.
Legendary.
Likey by Twice. Red Flavor by Red Velvet. Untitled by G-Dragon. Gashino by Sunmi.
Freaking go.
Really, Really by Winner. Don't Want to Cry by 17. Cherry Bomb by NCT 127. Palette by IU. Holla Holla by Card. Holiday by Girls' Generation. Burn It Up by 101. Spring Day by BTS. Knock Knock by Twice. Rookie by Red Velvet. Power by EXO. Mic Drop by BTS.
What year was this again?
2017.
This might win, actually.
Peekaboo by Red Velvet.
This is like legit.
Wee Woo by Priston. All Night by Girls' Generation. Limitless by 127. Signal by Twice. One of my favorite songs of all time, Babe by Hyuna. Don't Recall by Card. New Face by Psy.
Yeah.
Hobgoblin by CLC.
Banger.
Pick Me by Produce 101.
With the bet, like.
Bling
The
Bling
OG
by
go.
Icon. Downpour by IOI. Beautiful by 101.
Oh, great song.
I Love It by Psy, Move by Taemin.
This is just awesome because, like, that's when we were into it, so, like, remember all this, like, coming out.
Gucci by Jesse.
Great song.
I Don't Like Your Girlfriend, Wacky Mecky.
Great song.
What else was there? Happy by WJSN.
Man.
We Like by Preston.
Preston was so sick.
Yeah, they were.
I loved them for a minute, and then they were gone.
Literally, they were gone.
That's a great one.
I mean, 2016, 2017, and 2018
Yeah, like,
is just
I'd say up to, like, 2019, and that's, like, prime, and then I don't know. Then, like, COVID happened, but there's good... I don't know. I know I always look very fondly on 16 to 19. Like, that was a very, very happy time.
It's alright, we're going to cover 2019 right now.
Yeah, I know.
I'm in the zone.
19 was awesome, too.
Alright, 2019. Shopping by Super M. Feel Special by Twice. Uh-Oh by Idol. Zimzalabim by Red Velvet.
Sick.
Birthday by Somi. Snapping by Chungha. The best BTS song of all time, All Night featuring Juice WRLD.
All night, all night, all night, all night.
Fancy by Twice. Boy With Love featuring Halsey by BTS. Don't Know What to Do Blackpink. Kill This Love by Blackpink. Dala Dala by ITZY.
Gosh, yes.
Piri by Dreamcatcher.
Start
Want by
of the 4th
Taemin. Butterfly by Luna. All Night by Astro. No by CLC. Q&A by Cherry Bullet. Ong Ong by A-Pink. Solo by Jinny. Valkyrie by Oneus. Love Shot by EXO. La La Love by WJSN. Lave and Rose by Eyes One. Fiance by Minho. Really Bad Boy by Red Velvet. Tempo by EXO. Millions by Winner. Gotta Go by Chungha. BB by IU. Simon Says by NCT 127. I Love You by EXID. Wow Thing by Seulgi, Chungha, Sinbi, and Soyeon.
Goats.
Pop Stars by KDA. Everybody loves those guys.
They're good. They're good.
Shootout by Monster X. Love Bomb by Promise 9. Woman by Boa.
That's a good song too, actually.
It is. Friend by B2B. Yes or Yes by Twice. Do 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 by Blackpink. Say My Name ATEEZ. Love Snare by Icon. Forever Young by Blackpink. Loca by Favorite. Killing Me by Icon. Idol by BTS and Nicki Minaj. Bad Boy by Red Velvet. What Is Love by Twice. I've It's Your Last by Blackpink. Boom by Blackpink. Shine by Pentagon. Goshin by Sunmi. Fake Love by BTS. Dance the Night Away by Twice. Han by Idol. Playing with Fire by Blackpink. Little Touch. Peekaboo by Red Velvet. Boom Boom by Momo.
Wait, what year is this?
I don't know.
Because I think we're
I
mixing
think they
up.
might have mixed up the years.
I think we're mixing up some other ones. It's like, wait a minute.
Bam by Momoland.
Timeless.
Adios by Everglow. Flash by X1.
Wow.
Who could forget when music got reinvented?
That.
Cultural Reset.
Who could forget?
Sorry for repeating those groups. I didn't make the playlist. Apple Music did.
Yeah.
But anyways, 2019 had bangers in it too.
Yeah, it was a great time.
15, 16, 17, 18, and 19 was like...
Yeah, I think that's like the greatest time of K-pop ever.
That was just like the perfect mix of everything coming together.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like super popular in America yet, so it wasn't like exploded where everybody knew what it was.
It just like really took off in those years.
It was not oversaturated. It was still magical.
It was. It was the best time. It was the best. Good memories. Really good memories.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, good bracket. We'll have to see what the people say.
But it's like one of those things, too, we were talking about a while ago. I could name the groups that came out. Like, yeah, it's a pretty good year, but I don't know. I'll pick the other year. Then I start like listing off all the songs that came out, and you're like,
Yeah.
you know what?
Oh my gosh,
I
this
lied.
was so good.
This year was better than I thought.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But I think that was right. 2018 deserved to win.
I think so too. I totally agree with that one.
But as you can see, even Apple could not differentiate between which was better between 2019 and 2018 because
Yeah, because it started to mix some.
throw
I
them
think there was
together.
some 2017 in there too. Really started to throw them all in there together. But
It's just a great span of 5 years right there.
you know, looking back so far, this year's actually personally I really do enjoy this year. I guess it's just like what I was thinking about more like groups that debut and stuff. I was like, yeah, they could be really cool, but I'm like, no one's gonna top the faves that I have. Like,
True.
I don't think there's anybody new. It's like, wow, they're like my favorite group of all. Which, you know, never say never. Who knows? But that was fun. good old walk down memory lane.
That's really all you can say, because my gosh.
Good old walk down back in the days when you had to get an album at Fancy Pencil for $85.
Who can forget
that was the only place you could find them at the time.
Gosh, there's so many good songs.
And I guess eBay, too. But let me tell you, they were not at Target.
It's also just kind of wild looking back on like just the groups that debuted, and you're like, dang, you guys debuted that long ago.
I know. Or just like kind of like.
Also, why was no Purple Kiss songs on the greatest songs of 2021?
Oops.
Did somebody did they need to go back and check that? Did someone make a mistake?
It's crazy thinking too, like, oh, I haven't necessarily like really been like a huge fan of Twice's like recent stuff, and I think of like Scientist, but that was like 2021.
Yeah.
Or like 2020, 2021. Like, oh, it's been a while. I'm like, yeah, it was probably the last couple of years. But yeah, it's pretty crazy. Time's legit flying.
Time goes by super fast.
It's wild. It's wild.
Oh my goodness. Speaking of that, I'm just like looking at this list of like the 2020 songs. Holy crap.
2020 was good. 2020 was really good too. It was just a kind of a weird time, and
you're right. Let's see what came out in 2020 and see if they know what they're talking about.
It became a very weird time for everybody, but
the best is
2020 was really good too.
Even in like 2020, like even the songs I like really like and listen to like aren't even on this list.
Yeah.
But I mean, you got More and More by Twice, Dynamite by BTS, How You Like That, Wannabe, Any Song, Dun Dun, Not Shy, Lots of Girls, Fiesta,
freaking bangers.
I Can't Stop Me, Ice Cream. Oh my God, Secret Store of the Swan, Make a Wish, Monster, God's Menu, Kick It, Black Mamba, Feel Special, Fancy, Dolphin.
Low key, that might be my number 2, actually. that year was so good.
Non-Stop, La Di Da, Panorama. Obliviate by Lovely is the greatest disbanded song of all time.
Love it.
Maybe even the best Eyes One Ripoff song of all time, depending on who you're asking.
No, it's so good.
There's just a lot of good music out there, people.
Yeah.
And Baemon didn't even exist then.
I know. Yeah, that's true. I guess I can't say that because Baemon is, well, they're not brand new, but I love them a lot, and they'll be a favorite. They already are, so who knows? That's funny, that one clip that you sent me, though, where they were, like, explaining their name.
Oh, yeah.
I've totally thought about that. I was like, so are they always just going to be Baby Monster? Because what about when they get older? Like, literally what they said. I was like, are they just going to be Baemon then? Like, as they kind of transition into...
They're just going to drop it off there.
Are they just going to be monsters? But, no, that was funny.
It was kind of unfortunate, some of the older ones that we didn't really know too much about or pay attention to.
Right.
I mean, that just comes with the
I'm sure people are like, are you kidding me? 07 was the greatest year of all time. You can't tell me others.
Sure, Josh is extremely
I'm
mad
sure it was, but no.
It's not for these amigos.
Not for us. Sorry. Like, we gave some love, but we're not going too far.
It's also kind of wild when you look back at the groups that debuted. I'm like, damn, you guys have been around for a long time.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
And how long a group like debuted before like any of their music was like some of the top songs.
Right.
It's like, oh, I thought you like were popular right away. Like nowadays, you're expected to be.
Yeah, it's like so fast.
Popular right off the bat. Like even like Big Bang wasn't even super big right away. So.
Right. Like it's just different now.
Or Super Junior.
Yeah.
And now there's like some of the biggest groups of all time. It's crazy.
Right.
And now if a group debuts and they don't have like an award in the first like comeback, you're like, I don't know.
Wow,
it might be time to call.
They suck.
Call it quits.
Blah blah blah. Yeah, it's just I don't know.
Times are changing.
Yeah, it's dumb.
But that was a fun exercise for us.
Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff.
Idol of the week this week. I'm gonna make it Dosey because I have this picture of Dosey over here that I got from Justin for something. I don't remember what.
It's a good one. There's a lot of pictures of Dosey here, so
there's a lot of pictures of Dosey.
Like legitimate, like actual photos that are taken of her that.
I was also listening to my DJ mix thing on Spotify yesterday.
Yeah.
And I was telling Justin, told me I was in the top 1% of Purple Kiss listeners last week. So,
dude, that's awesome.
Don't really know how many that is.
Top 1%.
But apparently it's to be in top 1%.
Top 1%.
And I got to hold up that mantle of me being the top 0.01% listeners of Panza.
Yeah.
Or Panzana.
Yeah.
Of all people that listen on Spotify.
Dude, you're still living up to the legend.
That's an actual one where I'm like, I do not realize I listened to it that many times. Because I'm not like top 1%. 0.01%.
0.01.
I'm like, by that point, I'm like the only one listening to it
every
day.
You are the Panzana, yeah.
So,
You are the
I'll
producer.
make Dozy my idol of the week. She deserves it.
That's a good one. Mine, I was talking to someone and like we were kind of brought up an interesting question of like an idol who has like all alt qualities and you like really love them when you see them but they just won't ever be your alt, or they're not even like second or third on your list, but they're just someone you're like, that would make a great alt for someone, or like you like you see the potential even though you don't really think about them all the time or something. I don't know. Kind of an interesting question. I thought about it and we talked and I was like, that's just like totally Bae from NMIXX. Like in some other world, if I didn't have the other idols that I like more, like she might be top 10 right now, but if the other, I was like, she could be just like a great alt. Like
Old
that.
Chinese
I was just gonna say
from,
that. That's what I said. I was like the Chinese guy from Purple Kiss Chicago.
He loved her.
You're on it, man. Bae's freaking awesome, and I'm like, man, if there was not some other people quite ahead of you, you'd be like an amazing alt.
You know what I call it where I come from?
Yeah.
The old bias wrecker.
Yeah. But it's like the person even behind them that like they're like the way like that's not even bias wrecker. It's the way back. It's like behind them. I was like, because the bias wrecker you still kind of see sometimes like, man, they're great, but they're even behind there like, they'd be pretty good. They're like the on deck or in the hole. They're the in the hole wrecker.
For all you sports fans out there, it's
they're
baseball season.
in the hole. And then it just kept going like on deck, in the hole, in the basement. I don't know. You like kept going stupid things, but yeah, I don't know. I was like, Bae would make a great alt. I'm happy for that Chinese guy. He was cool.
He was really hype.
So I'm gonna pick Bae because she's freaking amazing. So
she was really funny.
I would not mind seeing you again at KCON. If that's what the clues tell us.
If that's
Who knows?
If that's what's written in the stars.
Who knows?
Also, I'd love to see the new songs performed live. Honestly.
That was like, dude, that'd be so sick. Oh, I would love to see NMIXX's new stuff. They're awesome.
I'm interested to see what our top 5 songs half of the year is going to be.
Yeah, that's coming up.
Because you've listened to way more than I have, obviously, but I've also listened to a bunch and like there's songs that I like, mainly boy groups. But
Yeah.
I think this is the one. I say it every year, but I think this is the one year I'm pretty sure they're going to be completely different.
Yeah.
Like 100% different. Maybe. They're just going to be the same.
I know. 3 out of the 5.
Like when we did our top 10 last year, and we had like 7 of our top.
Like, this is going to be crazy, guys.
There's like 7 of the top 10, and like 5 of the top 5.
Most similar we've ever had. XO by Enhypen. Yes, sir.
That was actually kind of wild because I did not expect that.
That was an absolutely incredible song. But that was just one example. When are we doing that?
It's like the end of June.
That's pretty crazy.
Which is going to be coming up pretty soon.
Yeah, pretty.
2 months?
Couple months. So we'll see who can release stuff in between then and see what we got.
Let me tell you, when you expect paydays to only come once every 2 weeks, time flies real fast.
Crazy. You paid like what? 20 times a year? 26 times a year?
Yeah, it's weird.
Weird how that the real life works.
It really is, not just say that. But anyways, yeah, let us know what you guys think is the best year of K-pop and tell us why we were wrong.
Tell us why.
I'd love to hear it.
Yep.
Put up a good argument, maybe I'll change my mind. As you heard, I already picked like 6 different years to be my favorite year, so 2018.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what I'm going with.
Yeah, let us know what you think, and we'll talk to you guys next week.
Love you guys. Peace.
Bye.
나는 뭐랄까 아주 오래전부터 너를 좋아했었다고 늘 지금 말한다면 뭐가 달라질까요 달라질 게 없는 맘을 가진 너는 마치 뿌리 깊은 나무 같아서 신이 곱게 빚은 한 송이의 flower 사라지지 마 달라지지 마 내가 너를 좋아해도 nobody knows 다른 여자를 봐도 nobody's like you 용기가 없어서 I'm sorry 더